All right, guys. So I'm going to start the preparation of what I have to remove, what I have to do, and see what I got to do to get the supercharger installed. So first of all, I do have the 6-cylinder radiator in here from E36. I do have the reservoir over here because it doesn't fit over here with the dual vanos. But first thing I'm going to do is install the 4-cylinder radiator back into this, and let me show you that right now. So here is the stock 4-cylinder radiator. The reason to install this one is because this upper radiator hose mounting point is 2 inches inward from the 6-cylinder one. So basically where this cap is at, this is where the 6-cylinder radiator hose, upper radiator hose is. And since it's moved in 2 inches more, this gives more space on this driver's side. And since the supercharger will be mounted here in this area, I do have to relocate the power steering as well. Supercharger goes here. This is not able to be here since it is mounted here. It's just going to create problems and space issues. So moving this with the 4-cylinder one 2 inches in right here is going to be able to give me more space with the supercharger and allowing a more comfortable spacing, like I said before, for this for everything to fit perfectly. You know, I don't want any fitment issues. I don't want any problems with the supercharger rubbing against anything. As you can see here, obviously this is rubbing against the power steering reservoir. You know, I'm not a big fan of, you know, things not fitting just right. And I will be relocating this power steering reservoir most likely mounting it onto the frame. I might have to make a bracket and mount it to the frame over here underneath where this intake filter is. I will be removing this intake filter. Sadly, this is the only thing that fit at the moment, so I had to use that one. But first things first, I will be draining the fluid from this radiator. I will be removing my Euro duct, Euro M3 duct, 2 screws here, and then 2 plastic rivets. And then I do have to remove these clips, remove the radiator, unhook the hoses, undo that. Next thing I have to do, after removing the fan, I will install my metal water pump pulley, and I will install my metal power steering pump pulley. And let me show you those right now. So here is the water pump pulley. Here's the power steering pump pulley, meant for the pretty much all the 3 series. You know, I specifically looked up for the B30 because this is what this one is, but this one works for all M52 M5X motors that are all 6-cylinders. This will work perfect for all of them. So I will be installing these after draining the radiator, removing the radiator, and removing the reservoir and the hoses to create space to start installing the supercharger. All right, so the next step I did was I removed my intake. I removed the small hose right here that went to the radiator, and I will now remove the reservoir, and I will remove the hose as well that goes to the reservoir. And then I will go down and I will record as well and undo the power steering, drain the power steering and remove the hosing, and then unbolt the reservoir. I will now remove the fan, and then I will remove the belt. We got the radiator out, get the upper hose out. After removing the fan, I will remove the lower radiator hose, and then I will remove the water pump pulley, and I will go and remove the power steering pump pulley after the belt, and I will start to remove the hoses for the power steering, and then I will start to remove the reservoir, and I will plan to relocate it into a new spot.